Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 60 of our Islanders Jam Mode. So, in last episode, we managed to defeat the Ottawa Senators in 7 games, but we're now up here against the Buffalo Sabres, who had a record in the regular season of 48, 32, and 2. Christian Stutzel, who was one of our draft picks way back, is their goalie. So, another former player playing against us. Let's see if we could get it done and head on to that Eastern Conference Finals. If we do, we'd be playing against either the Rangers or Carolina. So that's that for the Eastern Conference. And then in the West, you can see there's Winnipeg and Chicago, St. Louis, and Arizona. So let's waste no time and get into game number 1 in Buffalo. 2 New York teams actually for this game as well. And first period, and it's 2-1 Buffalo. So Johnny Gaudreau opens the scoring. Josefson manages to pull us with him, or tie the game up. And then Leonard Mers gives it a 2-1 lead for Buffalo after the first period. So pretty offensive first. Second period, and it's a huge offensive burst for both teams again. And it's 4-3 headed into the third. So we're still in this. Phil Gore manages to pick up a goal. Nelson picks up a goal to give his team back the lead. But then Kudrok ties it up for us. And then Irving takes the lead. So Kudrok continues to put the puck in the net. But we need to have a good third period because both goalies have just not been good at all so far. Stutzel was their former goalie. He didn't actually play with us, I don't think. We traded him before we signed him, so he's played basically his whole career with Buffalo. Come on, guys. We need to tie this series up, or this game up. Shots are still even pretty much, and goals are as well, kind of. Oh yeah, huge goal in the last minute of the game. Phil Gore with 56 seconds left, and we're headed to overtime. So good performance again from Gore. Gore's been playing pretty nice in these playoffs. Shots are 35-33, and it's a 4-4 game. So come on, guys, let's get it done in game number 1 in overtime again. We had a lot of overtime games in round number 1. We had like 4 games, I think, or 5 of the 7. So wow, shots are like 40-40. A lot of shots in this game. And there we go. Lucas Winchester, he did not pick up any points in his playoffs, but last year he won his first Calder Cup with the Islanders AHL team Bridgeport. And now he comes through with a huge overtime goal in his rookie season to give your New York Islanders a 1-0 series lead. So, Josefson from Kudrok and Alcock. Wow, that was a bit of a thing to say. Gore from Velarde and Pulak. Kudrok from Scrimes and Tarasov. Gore from Velarde and Winchester from Staples. Good job, boys. So there's the 3 stars. Gore with 2 goals. Mers with 1 goal. And Kudrok with 2 points. So we have a 1-0 series lead again. And that was a nice win. Beating Christian Stutzel, our former goalie. Hopefully we could just keep that up this entire series. So the New York Rangers win game number 1 in their matchup. Winnipeg wins and St. Louis wins. So damn St. Louis, if they go back to the finals again, that would just be crazy. If we go to the finals against them though, that would just be amazing because we played them before in the finals. Hopefully we would be able to beat them this time. But yeah, first period underway, and we have a 2-1 lead again. Nice job, boys. So Mers got them on the board, but 2 late goals. Alcock and Winchester again. So Winchester's coming through in the second round for sure. I think the 4th line in general is. Second period, and it's still 2-1 us headed into the third. So let's see if we can just hold down the fort, guys, in this third. Is McMillan shut down the door before, and Josefson makes it 3-1. Good job, boys. And there's another goal. Alcock with his second in the playoffs. His second of the night, too. Makes it a 4-1 lead. Penalty kill. Good job. Oh, what the hell? I didn't mean to click that. I assumed the rest of the period, whatever. So we win 4-1, and we have a 2-0 series lead. Good job, boys. Huge performance from the 4th line in this game. Alcock from Winchester. Winchester from Alcock and Staples. Josefson from Dalcoli and Grellinger, and then Alcock from Staples in Winchester. So, yeah, that 4th line is getting it done in round number 2. Alcock has 3 points in this game. Lukic Winchester has 3 points in this game, and McMillan gets third star. So Winchester with 4 points in his first 2 games of the series, and I think also same with Staples or whoever that other guy was. Or not Staples, Alcock. Yeah, there you go. Okay. That is good news that we took both games in Buffalo. Now we have a chance to take a 3-0 series lead with a win on home ice too. So despite having a really weird regular season, we managed to almost make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but we still have a lot of work to do. St. Louis is still 2-0, Winnipeg's 2-0, and Rangers and Carolina are tied. I don't think we've actually played the Rangers in the playoffs before, so that'd be an interesting battle of New York. First period, and it's scoreless. On home ice, 9-9 in the shots. Second period, and it's still scoreless. Shots are 20-13 now in favor of us. But both goalies are playing good in this game. Third period underway. And Josefson makes it 1-0, but then Cody Nelson ties it up at 1. Of course, it has to be a guy that shares my name. And Tarasov with a huge goal, and it's a 2-1 lead for your Islanders. And Kudrok makes it 3-1. Good job, guys. We might have a 3-0 series lead. This might be our easiest series yet. Stutzel's just not playing good against us because he's like, damn, this is the team that drafted me. I feel shitty about myself now. So we're going to take a 3-0 series lead with a huge third period in getting 3 goals. So Josefson from Grellinger. Josefson's having a great playoffs actually as well. Tarasov from Kudrok and Scrimes. And Kudrok's also been finding the net as of late from Velarde and Dalcoli. So we have a chance now to sweep these Buffalo Sabres with another game on home ice and head on to that Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since I think 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even remember when was last time. So Arizona pulls back in the series. Same with Chicago. So those are all 2-1. And Carolina's 2-1 on the Rangers. We've played Carolina multiple times in the playoffs. It's because they have a stud defensive core, if you guys remember. But they did have to release Nick Leddy. So I don't think, they won't have Nick Leddy probably anymore. So let's see if we can sweep the Buffalo Sabres guys tonight. Game number 4 on home ice. First period, and it's 1-0 Buffalo, so they get the all-important first goal. Jay Bermanis, we're being outshot only by 1 shot, though, 12-11. Let's see if we can get back in this second period, and it's 2-0 now. Jay Bermanis with another goal. It was another late one, too. And we're being outshot only by 3 shots, but we're down 2-0 into the third. Come on, guys. Even if we don't win tonight, we could, there's another goal for Buffalo. We could still win at least a few more. We could win it in Buffalo, and Buffalo's starting to light it up. But it's only 1 game. I'm not going to get too cocky about it, but 4-0 for Buffalo, and Day manages to pick up a goal and make it 4-1. But our offense just did not show up that game, and our goaltending wasn't good either. And we're going to lose by a score of 5-1. I guess Buffalo needed that after trailing down 3-0. So there's the 3 stars, all Buffalo Sabres guys. But not a good game for us, but we could still end the series at least in Buffalo. So game number 5 in Buffalo. Let's end the series, guys, tonight. St. Louis now has a 3-1 series lead. So St. Louis, if they win another cup this year, guys, I don't even know what I'm going to do. So Dalcoli opens the scoring early. Good job, boy. So it's 1-0 after the first period. Dalcoli, like I was saying, at 17:30 from like the face-off circle. Second period, and it's 3-1 us. Scrimes and Winquist and then Bermanis continue to play good for Buffalo, but we have a 3-1 lead headed into the third. Let's just get another goal, guys, and close it out defensively. Halfway through, and we're closing it down. Still 3-1 lead. And Velarde gets another goal. So your New York Islanders, guys, are headed to the Eastern Conference Finals against somebody. Probably Carolina. Good job, boys. So we managed to take that series in 5 and win the series 4-1, just like we did this game. So the stats: Dalcoli from Josefson and Velarde. Winquist from Scrimes and Kudrok. Scrimes from Kudrok and Braun. And Velarde from Pilok and Braun. So just a lot of players playing great in these playoffs for us. So McMillan gets first star, Velarde second star, and Bermanis gets third star. Okay, so we're headed to round number 3 for the first time in quite a while. Let's see who we're up against. And it's going to be the Carolina Hurricanes. So we played Carolina multiple times in these playoffs. And then in the West, it's St. Louis in Winnipeg. Both of those Western Conference teams are actually pretty scary because St. Louis, obviously they've won a lot of cups and stuff like that, but Winnipeg's has some good players. Like Luke Green has won a lot of Norris trophies. Patrick Laine has been one of those guys that's scored a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see who's in the Stanley Cup final this year, because it could potentially be us in St. Louis again, which would be kind of interesting. Okay, so let's look at the player stats now for after round number 2, and then we will check the lines for the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm predicting pretty much the same, except for they probably have some players retiring. So Josefson with 11 points, he's leading us. Then Kudrock and Alcoli with 10 points, Grimes 9 points, 8 points for Velarde, 7 for Braun. See, like, it's pretty even throughout the entire team. Like, our lowest player has 1 point, but still, like, everybody's managing to contribute to this. And that's what happened when we won the Stanley Cup, is everybody contributed to the team. And yeah, McMillan's still playing great. 12 games played, 2.07 goals against average, 8-2-0, and a 9.29 save percentage. So yeah, let's hope that continues in the Eastern Conference Finals against Carolina. I think they went to the Stanley Cup Finals actually a few years ago, Carolina, but they lost. So let's take a look at their lines. I'd assume their defensive core is pretty much the same, but who knows, they could have got rid of some people. And yeah, see, they still have a really stud defensive core. So our offense is worse than theirs. And look at the defense, 95 to a 90. So yeah, they have a very good defensive core. And then goaltending, 87 to 90. So we beat them goaltending wise, but we don't beat them offensively or defensively. Let's view their lines. Edit lines. View opponents. So they have Pierre win handle. I think they had him before as well. So 86, 94, 84. So that's a very nice first line, obviously, with 94. Second line, they have Carl Tanguay, 83, 86, 82. So yeah, their offense isn't as good as it used to be. It looks like some of the players dropped off probably a bit. Nugent Hopkins is definitely close to retiring, 83, 83, 83. And then Nando Engenberger, 82. Then they also have on the fourth line Ackerman with Del Rio and Wengorowski. So yeah, it's a pretty solid team for the most part. A lot of low 80s though, so nothing too scary. And then defensively is where they're obviously are. So they still got Liljegren and Gervais. So that's a very nice top two, 90 and a 93. Second defensive pairing, 88 and 84. So that's a pretty nice second defensive pairing as well. And then third defensive pairing, they have Kayanik and Lewington. So 82 and an 80. So that's a pretty nice defensive core because of those top three guys. Goaltending is where they're weak apparently. Yeah, Nejlo Kovic, he's dropping off, so he's not that scary. And then Kyle Kaiser is the backup, so not a very good goaltending core, kind of like ours actually, exactly. So and then scratch they have Mark Gauthier and Jimmy Nystrom and Ivan Zuzin. So okay, so that's that. So those are the Carolina Hurricanes lined up. They don't have as good of lines for defense. They don't have Justin Falk anymore. I guess he retired. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Islanders Jam Mode. So I know it was a bit of a quick episode, but we managed to get rid of those Buffalo Sabres pretty fast. So we're on to the Eastern Conference Finals in the next episode against Carolina. Let's see if we could go back to that Stanley Cup Finals. So thanks, guys, for watching. See you guys next time.